caged system, or the Nashville numbers system, and it takes
Yeah, I heard you talk about it. Yep.
CAGED, and it kind of maps it all over the fretboard for you, so that you know what to play no matter where on the fretboard you wind up with your hand. But
Yeah.
the very first step of it is getting the sound of the note down by ear too. But there's this C that we were looking at. So you were reading it as XXX. It means skip those first
Okay.
three
Yeah.
strings down. And so you're
Yeah.
on your eat and drink grapes. So you're on the G string. That one's open. Then the C note itself is on the first fret of the B string. And you play the high E string open too. So you want to pick out that note, and that sheet music there just says that on the one case you play 0, then 1 0, and then all three together 0 1 0, just so you can hear it ringing out.
That's that chart you sent me?
Yeah, those last two little ones.
Yeah. Okay, so it's showing me. Okay, so what is it trying to tell me here? It says XXX
Yeah,
0, and then I'm holding the last string, which is the G string, and then the last string is 0. So I'm strumming the last three
last three
strings.
strings, and it's just got one note on that second string on the first fret. That's the actual C note.
So okay, so I'm looking at the little chart at the top,
Yeah.
and then what is the stuff underneath the actual music line there? What is it trying to tell me there? That 0 by the red bar is what? Where the 1 should be, I guess.
Ah, okay. The red bar that you're looking at, I can switch from me to screen share. I hope. Sec. Share computer sound.
No, it doesn't matter. No, I'm looking at it.
Boost X. This is the same thing. This actually has the play thing on it. So can you see now on where my picture was? You got
Yeah,
1
yeah,
0
yeah,
and then 0 1 0. That's the
yeah.
this is the chord diagram, and this is playing through that chord, arpeggiated they call it. So it's you play out the chord, but each single note one at a time. We got
Okay.
so
And so my question is, what does? Okay, so the lines
the
is
thick
not the fret.
black line at the top is the nut, this white bar that you see here on my guitar, right? And then every line this way in horizontal is a fret,
Yeah, yeah.
and the vertical lines are the six strings. So it's saying
Right,
skip a
right.
string, skip a string, skip a string, play it
I'm just
open,
trying to. I understand that one.
play the
Okay, so
first
then,
fret, play it open again. And then you go
so what?
down and you see the treble clef, and there it tells us tab 4/4 time. That just means what we've got a bar is made out of four notes, and they're all
Okay,
quarter notes.
okay, okay.
So our first
So
quarter
saying the
note
first note.
is that
So does
O
that mean?
open string,
So that's what string? I'm doing the.
E A
Um,
D G, G open.
hold on.
Then that's
So
C.
this is C.
Yeah, E A, eat and drink grapes, because grapes are awesome. You and your Portuguese wine.
Yeah, yeah. Infamous. Okay, G's the second from the bottom. E's up top. C, eat and drink
Yeah,
grapes.
eat and drink grapes. So G's not the second from the bottom, but the third from the bottom. You got kind of three thick strings and three thin strings. The thick ones are up here at the top, closest to us, and then the further away you go, the higher the note that it sounds is, because they're smaller gauges, right?
All right. So G is the third, the first skinny.
The first of the skinny ones, yeah. The fourth string down, or the third string from the bottom.
Got it. Third from the bottom.
So that's the way that I
Uh,
count them. And skip down over the first three from the top, and you're on that G. G,
your
C,
picture's gone.
and then E.
Or okay, so and then so they call us a C, but a C chord. Is that what they're
Well,
saying?
it's a one finger C chord, yeah, because it's just the one C note, and then the other two notes that make up the triad are both on the open string. So a C's
Right.
composed out of these notes together, right? So
Yeah.
we got the G, C, E. And we can make that G, C, E in all kinds of different ways all over the fucking place, basically. But that thing there
We never.
is asking
And
us to
so
play it now. And we can pick how fast we want to do it. It says 100% speed is 50 beats per minute, 75 or 50. Let's take it right down to 50% speed. It'll be dead slow. I'll hit play here, and we'll get a count 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it should play. Let me go back a minute and try it here. This is that Fender play bit there. This doesn't have the playthrough for it though. I have just the sheet music part of it. Like,
so the bars, the horizontal lines are saying in the first bar play.
maybe this third one, I guess. Yeah.
Is that not telling us to play the E? E, E.
Ah, you're right. Yeah. E, then C.
To play the bottom.
Yeah.
E C G.
EC is yeah. ECG,
And then all
and then
together.
all three together. You play them out 1, 2, 3. Here, I'll hit the play button and it'll go. That red line should start moving. It's not though. There you go.
I don't see a line. All I see is gray.
It doesn't show it.
No, it just shows your. I can see your pointer.
Where am I pointer? Now can you see it?
Hold on, a call was coming in. I'm just declining it. No.
And the other one that is playing through there is that full finger G chord. So third fret of that high E string, and then two open strings after that.
And what's that for?
G.
So C is the first fret, and then G is
Down on the third.
like that. And you strum all three, right?
Yeah, it's the same thing. 3, O, O. I'll strum it right beside it. 3, O, O, and then all three together. So it's like you're just checking to see that you've got that chord made right, and you can hear all the strings, right? This one you can't screw up, but the other one you could because it went. So we played that 0, and that's the one that you screw up at the start because your finger's not perfectly clear of the string. It'll make kind of a
Yeah, a
tweaky tone
tinky
instead.
sound.
Yeah. But what I find is an easy way to get it is make the OK sign and think that you want your finger coming down pretty flat on the thing or a little bit more this way. And so
Sorry. Yeah.
that OK, if my thumb's at the back of my guitar along the center,
Yeah.
and I'm in
Yeah, I
pretty
gotcha.
much the right spot that way. And my finger and my thumb are just exactly opposite each other, making an OK sign just around where they got to be there, right? I don't know if I can get it from that angle. No, I can't reach around. But that I found was the hardest thing for me for the first 6 months. Is my big beefy fingers are always touching the wrong string on the other side of it, right? So I really go out of my way to try and make some clearance, like between my wrist and the guitar. Instead of, I used to like kind of really grab the guitar and hold it, picking it up by the neck. But
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
you want it always so that it's like, all there. And I
Right.
never need to use this hand to hold it up. And that way
Right.
this hand can move all over the place really easy. And you don't ever have to worry about cramping your wrist and cramping your arm and whatnot, right? You'll wear off your fingertips, but that's about
Yeah.
it. So we're making that C C C C C C C and G G G G G G G. But you want to
All right.
start working on your strumming pattern. So I was saying to do down, 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 up, down. Like
That didn't sound good.
and that's just it. You're always looking for what sounds good and what doesn't sound good. You can tell yourself when something's not quite right because it won't sound right.
Right.
And if there's a string that you're hitting that you're not supposed to be hitting, like you saw how we had those X's, you can either
Yeah.
not play it at all, like we were
Oh.
picking from that G string down, right? But I
I know
could
what I was doing
actually
wrong. I
just
was I was picking the wrong. Uh, I was on the wrong string.
okay,
I was on the what's one up from E?
B,
B.
yeah, that's where you want
Sorry,
to be,
I
right?
don't understand how the B string falls in with everybody picks grapes or whatever you said.
Yeah, because it's the next thing after that. Every what is it? Eat and drink grapes is for me the thing I always use to remember it from bass because it's got only four strings, right?
Oh,
But
right. Okay.
those first four are the same exact layout as the guitar. So I already kind of know these strings, and it's just I don't have a good grip on the last two strings.
See, I missed that little detail. I'm like, Jason, that there's six strings and you're
No,
giving me
that's
four letters.
yeah. I couldn't remember the saying in from this way down to that way up, but I wrote it to you in the
Yeah.
chat. I can't. Hold on.
Yes. Yeah. I'll go back and look at it. It was something like, yeah.
But it said make up your own mnemonic, right? Because that's what
Yeah.
I was giving you the dirty ones.
Well, you know what it looks like? It looks like your screen. What you want to show me is behind a gray block.
Oh yeah.
So that's all grayed.
Yep.
There it is.
Now you can see it.
Now I can see it.
Okay. So yeah, the only thing that you would have been missing there was where the little red line was in the play bar, and then I can
Okay.
switch the playback speed, and if you want metronome or guitar background noises, counters on and off. But this is just gonna tell us play oh 1 oh and then all
Okay, now
three.
you're gonna put that screen back on, but it doesn't matter.
You can see it now or no?
No.
Can you see my video now or no?
I can see your face in the corner.
I couldn't even see me.
There you go. Now I saw it.
Now I left the little U that it was. Could I moved it the wrong place? Okay.
So on that last one, do I strum from the middle or from the bottom up?
That yeah, I told this. I thought it was the other way around to be honest. Cause this one, this one, this one, and then down. So it's just saying check that you're making that chord right.
And this is from your Fender program?
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
That didn't.
That sounds perfect. if I do this and I strum like across all 6 strings with just that note
Yeah.
picked,
Yeah.
that sounds kind of ass, right?
Yeah.
But if I just take these fingers and kind of lay them real lightly over those top 3 strings, that's going to mute them. You can't even really hear it, even though I'm strumming just as hard now, only on those first 3 strings, and it's making no noise. But now I can make a full strum up and down, and those top 3 strings are muted with a fret hand mute. That's showing it off, making crappy noise, and that's covering it up, touching those 3 strings, and getting the right sound instead. So you can
Gotcha.
either not pick them or you can pick them muted. And to mute them, you can either use your fret hand mute or you can use your picking hand. And to mute them from your picking hand, you just kind of find a comfortable spot to rest your palm. This is a palm mute
Yeah.
on the
I
string
like
just
that.
after the bridge.
Yeah. I
And
like that.
that's what we used the last time. Remember what I was showing you to do that 3?
I don't see my. Yeah, I remember you showing me that.
That Everclear crap. But those
Yeah.
power chords that
Santa
we got
Monica.
there,
Is it Everclear?
yeah. Santa Monica. I always used to confuse Everclear and Everlast too.
What pickups do you set up on?
Sorry, man. For me, it was sounding kind of ass because I was picking a little too enthusiastically up and down, and I was starting to get that 4th string noise as well. So I'm just muting it with that free finger I've got. Our favorite one for your power chords. You're getting it, man. Perfect.
What's that?
You can tell that you're getting it when you start hearing that really ring out, sound like a bell and not like a Mack truck. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if you can manage to get that C and the G both together, that's that power chord we were playing the other day on the 1st string and the 2nd string, but
Right.
just on those last 2 strings, right?
Right. So do I just do the last 2 strings, or do I do all 3?
As you prefer. If it sounds good, do it. If it sounds like it's crap, mute it. You know what I mean? But
I like the deeper sounding stuff.
yeah, in both cases, it's always nicer, always richer to get that extra string in it. And that's, remember what I was telling you, like when I play power chords, it's generally just 2 fingers like that, right? And
Yeah.
flipping the bird with the middle finger. But if you can get that pinky tucked in on the next fret down, or the next fret, sorry, the next string down, same fret,
Yeah.
that gives it a little bit richer, fuller sound again, because you got 3 notes going instead of 2 notes. That middle finger that we're using right now to flip people off, later we're going to bend and stick back a little bit more and put it down on the next string after that and tweak it a little bit more. And then once you get good doing those power chords with like the middle finger on that string and the pinky on that string, that's like a full-on fucking legitimate chord, right?
Yeah.
And you can take that around the fretboard with you because it's like you're making a bar chord. And
Yeah.
The whole idea behind bar chords is that once you learn to get your chord shapes just using these first top frets, we're going to take those same shapes and move them all over the rest of the guitar. Except in
Right.
order to do it, right now we were fingering the C with your index and the G with your ring finger or your pinky finger, however you want.
Yeah.
If instead you take your thumb and your index finger and just fucking close them right over the top and bar the whole first fret,
Yeah.
then that exact same shape. So our C with at that point it's going to be your middle finger C, and I don't think you can reach the third fret if you've got your middle finger on the first, unless you use your baby finger, right? So you're like that.
First and third?
I've got my index along 0. I've got
Yeah.
my middle finger on that C note, so it's the second string up from the bottom first fret, and my
Oh.
pinky finger on that C. So instead of fingering it with my index finger and my ring finger, which is where it's a nice heavy power chord, I'm going to switch it. And so I'm using my pinky finger and whichever you can reach with, I guess it'd be your middle finger to hit the top note. And that's going to leave our thumb and our index finger to close off and make a new 0 fret or a capo. You know what, like a capo, you put on like the 5th fret and you play the whole song only underneath there and it's raised everything by
Right.
a string, right? Or you put it on the 12th
Yeah.
fret and it's raised everything by a whole fucking octave. But
Oh yeah.
sometimes you could put it on like the 2nd or the 3rd or the 4th. Once you've got this C shape and this G shape that we're making, and you learn to make it not with your index finger and your middle finger and your ring finger, but with like your pinky finger and your ring finger, leaving your index out, it's going to wind up being like 2 frets up and kind of stretched like a peace sign. And then the chord that you're making with these fingers. And the bar you're making with your index all the way along the top. And that's what I'm trying to work on for me now, like after 2 fucking years of dicking around like this.
Right,
But
right.
I'm hoping it's going to come together doing this practice with the other basic shapes with you, and then we'll take them both, and I'm sure you'll be able to do it as well as me. You know what I mean? But
Okay. All right.
CG,
I'm gonna get going
if you look at
for
my
now.
fretboard, I took stickers to show you where that C and the G are. But if you look down, I did it all the way down to the 12th fret, and I got this is a C, and this is a C.
I can't see anything.
Oh,
Or am I supposed to hear it?
well, yeah, theoretically hear it, but it's my first that same note we were playing before. The next time
Right. The
that C
C.
happens, coming down, is on the 3rd fret, the 5th string.
On the 3rd fret?
Yeah,
And then the 5th fret?
yeah. So not the first string and the second string, the fat one, like the fat E. Skip fat E and bring it down one, and then you got another CG there. But even that first one is a G. That's a G and a G there. So on the 5th fret, you got this string and this string are both G, and it's got a C right beside it. And then you go the 4th fret's got nothing. Down at the 5th fret, it goes A and A on the ends with G and C in the middle. And then you go down to the 7th fret, there's just A, C on the ends and G in the middle. And then on the 9th, you got G and C again. And on the 12th, you got A and G and C's on the 13th. But We'll get to it after.
All right.
There's
Let me practice a little bit before I lose my mind.
Yeah.
Let's hook up tomorrow.
CG, CG,
I'm gonna be
CG,
around all day.
CG, 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 and then you got your power
Right.
chord, C and G together, and C and G together. Those are the ones that you really
Okay.
care about because the power chords are the ones that we use all the fucking time, right?
Right.
But
Sounds cool. All right, man. I
keep
gotta
going on
run.
that spider one, and if you can remember
Yeah.
to, instead of doing what was it, Spy Hunter, do
Yeah.
this little bit over and over and over again until you can kind of hear where those C's and G's are.
Okay.
Have a
Sounds
good
good.
one,
Talk to
bro.
you tomorrow.
Okay, man.
All right.
Take her cool.
Cheers. You too. Right.